Hi everyone, this is Ask Mama G from World Tune Radio TV. I've missed you, I hope you've missed me. I am back. This is a special episode of the election. You know, this year is the election year and they're talking about Trump and Biden. How about your local officers, your councilmen, your mayors? Well, tonight we have a special episode. We have a beautiful young lady named Amber, who's running for the City Council of Oceanside, District 4. Well, good evening, gorgeous Miss Amber Kae Niuatoa. Yes, I remember, I said it right, yay! I get an A. Well, it is a pleasure meeting you. I love the fact that we have local people running for office. That's amazing. You didn't come in from nowhere and say, oh, I'm gonna live here for a while and run. You are a homegrown girl. I like that. I said that right too. I'm batting 1,000 today. Yes. Okay, so this episode, we're gonna interview this beautiful young lady. Now, go ahead and tell me about yourself. You were born here, raised here. You start.
Well, I was not born here. I lovingly like to joke that I am Denver bred, Oceanside raised.
Okay.
I moved here when I was about 4 years old to California and settled in Oceanside at about 6 in 1989.
Okay.
So I've been here a long time, all through the 90s, over 30 years, and I've been in District 4 continuously for over 20 years.
Now, what schools did you go to here?
I grew up with a single mother,
Okay.
so I moved around a lot. We had a
Okay.
little bit of housing instability, so I've been to a few schools in Oceanside.
Okay.
In District 4, I live by Ivy Ranch, so I actually went to Ivy Ranch the first year it opened.
Okay.
I finished elementary school at Ditmar Elementary, moved on to Lincoln Middle School,
Okay.
graduated from El Camino High School.
Okay, you're a wildcat.
That's right.
Okay.
And class of 2001.
Okay.
And then I went to Maricosta College. And from Maricosta College, I went to Cal State San Marcos and got a bachelor's and a master's and returned to Maricosta College to become a professor, where I'm a professor for 8 years.
Congratulations. I'm
Thank you.
proud.
Thank
we
you.
really have a grown girl right here, rooted in everything in Oceanside. Now, what made you decide to come into the political arena?
Well, I've always been active in Oceanside behind the scenes in volunteer work and activism with my students as a professor, and even with the other work that I do in teaching mindfulness and wellness. But I came into politics in 2021 when an Amazon warehouse was being forced into our neighborhood. And my neighbors and I rallied with the Teamsters to stop that warehouse from being developed in our neighborhood. And I went to city council and I spoke up and I started to learn the process and the power of our community coming together. And it was a really beautiful thing.
So, did you get a petition going or how was that process?
Well, what happened was the deal was kind of approved already, so what we did was gather all our neighbors and get the community together, and we showed up at city council and managed to get them to reverse their decision to build that warehouse in our neighborhood.
Congratulations, you are on a roll, so you've shown that you do have some leadership potential.
Well, yes, actually, my neighbors came to me afterwards and asked me to run. I did not have politics in my heart, but Oceanside has always been in my heart, and I think it was evident then. And my neighbors want a community council and someone who could advocate for them in the right way.
Okay, so now that we know that you want to be an advocate for the community, how are you going to get those young people to get involved and vote? That's the main thing, because my generation, I'm the baby boomer.
We can count on you at the polls.
And so, but you know, my time is like, okay, I'm in the third quarter of life. So you need those young players, as they say in football, that's going to run and carry the baton or the ball to the finish line. So how are you going to get those millennials to come out and vote? Because the political climate is rough these days. So tell me, what are your ideas and thoughts about getting young people to vote?
Well, I'm inspired by young people to run, first of all.
Okay.
When I brought it to my family, my daughter, who's 10, was so excited, and her being the next generation of voters and wanting her to see women in leadership and Black women and women of color being represented in our community was very important to me. Once I started campaigning, the things that I am currently doing is creating a community coalition project with students actually at Maricosta, and looking to partner with another candidate running in Vista at Palomar, and using our student clubs and organizations to create activism and awareness and voter registration drives, and allowing us to come together. I'm currently working with our vet club and sustainability club and the gym club, and we just made a proposal yesterday to the entire inter-club council of over 30 clubs to get them on board to join us in being politically active from now until fall.
Impressive.
And beyond that, but focused on this year's election.
Well, you know, history for the community, they've always had political speeches at the different churches. Is that something you plan to do, visit the neighborhood churches where the community gathers?
Yes, ma'am. So as we are doing the community coalition project on the campus, I would like to do something similar within our church families throughout the city and allow us to create a drive or voter registration and participation that is based within the communities that already exist, like our churches. And the coalitions that exist are important because that's where our communities' hearts are. And we know how important the churches are to our communities.
I am so glad that somebody is acknowledging that the churches are important.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, we need to remind the candidates that, yes, we still gather there, because that, historically, that's where we got all our information from. Right. We got what was good for us to eat, what ailed us, what to take to get well. We used to gather in the sanctuary and get all our information history-wise there. That shows in history, that's what we used to do. So I know we have technology and everything now, but sometimes it's still good to do face-to-face
Yes, ma'am.
Gatherings. Now, since you are a parent, and I'm Ask Mama G, I want to know, how do you feel as a candidate? What are you going to tell your parents about the kids and the social aspect of leadership? And because some of these kids now, they are listening to controversial stuff on the internet. So how would you deter that?
Well, one of the things that inspires me is creating an environment in Oceanside that is intergenerational and based on our well-being. And one of the things and ways that I would like to do that is create mentorships and pathways for intergenerational groups to come together. For instance, looking at creating facilities when we look at problems or issues with the cost of childcare and with seniors and loneliness and things. How can we create programs where maybe at a church or places we have a childcare area that is nurtured by our seniors. We have some interns at college maybe who run the middle ground, and our local community children all in the same space working, learning, and growing together. For our older kids, I really would like to see us create more pathways for internships and mentorships early on, starting in middle school and early in high school, with our local businesses, getting businesses to sign up and partnership and be dedicated to mentoring our youth to be the next generation of entrepreneurs, and partnering the same way we do with dual enrollment and things like at the college I work at. Catching them younger and getting them inspired to follow their passions, I think will make sure that, you know, they're doing the right things and not staying busy doing just what's popular.
So, do you have any aspirations to go higher in the political arena, or?
I do not. All politics are local for me. This is a community first, politics last campaign. I'm really looking for a community council and to inspire someone to come after me from the community and represent District 4 and the other districts in our city moving forward.
So that's interesting. You sound like you could be one of these leaders that start at the bottom and go all the way to the top. Just something for you to think about.
Yeah, I ran for community college president, and that was such a bad experience that there was some voter fraud from other candidates. It was quite an interesting experience. And I said then I would never do politics, so never say never.
Yeah, I see that
because this is where I am.
Now.
But it was a call to service because my neighbors asked me to run, and I realized, if not me, then who? But I also really want to keep things at the local level. Oceanside is where my heart is. I really have no desire to move up the chain to senator or anything like that. I want to stay in my community with my family, and those kinds of jobs really take you further away. And so I'll leave that for someone younger and with more passion for that level to chase those pathways.
So if you win this seat, do you know when you win this seat?
Thank you.
Okay, if you win. No, you said when you win, huh? Okay, she's putting words in my mouth, and I'm the moderator here. You will be the first woman of color to be on the council.
Well, I'll be the first Black woman on council, African American woman. We do have Esther Sanchez, who is Latina woman, and there was another woman who had been elected before. But I would be the first woman from our community to represent at the city council level, yes.
So are you ready to handle that historic?
I am ready to make herstory. That's why I got my Shiro scarf on today for all the women who have.
That is very interesting, and it's nice to see that you have some of the heroes. You have Miss Jackson on there, who's on the Supreme Court. Yes. And you have Shirley Chisholm.
RBG, one of my favorites too, so. Yes, there's some, Hillary, some other people. Let's see. Yeah, it's quite a beautiful.
Oh, you have Miss Barbara Jordan on there. So I am a little bit familiar with my history here.
Yes, this is a woman for every generation on this scarf.
I like that scarf. I like that stuff. Well, I'm going to take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back. Hi everyone, this is Ask Mama G, and I want you to come have fun with me at my Mother's Day tea, May 25th. It's going to be at the beautiful El Camino Country Club. See this beautiful book? Don't you want to be in this book? And the donation is $50, and the proceeds go to the Rory Graham Jr. Foundation. So go to Cash App, and it's RGJR Foundation. Come have fun with me Saturday, May 25th at the El Camino Country Club in Oceanside, California. Deadline is April 25th. We extended the deadline because everybody said we needed a little bit more time. So you guys send your money in by April 25th. Talk to you and see you soon. God bless. Bye-bye. Hi, I'm Ask Mama G from World Tune Radio TV. Whatever you have in your household, I probably raised it, loved it, taught it, spanked it, and definitely prayed over it with God's help. The reason why I have this show, because God has allowed me to raise 4 different children. I've raised a super talented one. I've raised a Special Olympics one. And then God sent that challenging one. I even raised that prestigious private school one. See, Rory Graham Jr. was the first African-American cadet to ever serve as chaplain at that prestigious private school, Army and Navy Academy. Unfortunately, in 2009, he passed away. So the former general asked the family to start a foundation to inspire the young men in the community at an Army Navy Academy. In the community, we do a Dress for Success, where we take the senior boys at General Murray High School and give them a white shirt and a tie for their picture day. You know, there's many ways you can help us. One way is go to your phone and go to Cash App. Cash App RG Junior JR Foundation. Any amount will help. Then you can always mail it in to P.O. Box 4306, Oceanside, California, 92052. Hey family, now you know I got everything you need to buy. I have my purses here. In fact, they so big you can put a child in them. Then I have the backpacks for the kids to take to school. Then I have the different color of hats. I got the hot pink, the pale pink, the two black ones for the men. It says Billy and Lacey and Ask Mama G. And then I got the t-shirts for y'all to wear. I got the cute one with my beautiful face on it. Then I have Billy and Legacy, because you know that's what you're doing. All proceeds go to the Rory Graham Jr. Foundation. No, they don't go to my Cadillac. I don't have a Cadillac, if you want to know. So please, donate whatever you can to the Rory Graham Jr. Foundation. Thank you. We're back with Miss Amber, who's running for the City Council of District 4. Now, I would like to know, what does she think about today's political climate? Is she going to tell her voters to vote for her because it's the moral right thing to do, or is it the policy? No, lower taxes, lower the gas. You don't care about your character, you just want people to vote for you. How about that, Miss Amber?
Well, as I said before, I'm running to be a community council member to make it the People's Council. So my mission is to do the things that the people want done. I am hosting community events in which I listen to the people. I have my ideas and the things I'm passionate about, the things that have driven me to run, like housing and homelessness, affordable housing, quality of life, the environment. But at the end of the day, I'm here for the city and its members.
Now,
so what they decide is what we will move forward with.
Now, you know, there's some citizens in Oceanside are really fed up with people coming over to our city. They haven't done it legally. They're just hopping over, taking up land. They're just doing everything. They're not being legally handled correctly or anything. Do you have concern about that?
I'm not sure where that's happening specifically within our city in terms of that. I did volunteer at the asylum drop-off when people were being brought over from the border. But that's because I believe every human being deserves dignity, and it's the humane thing to do to treat people right who are lost. However, I think that we need to take care of our community members here, which is why homelessness is a top priority for me, and making sure that we create affordable and low-income purchasing options, not just apartment units for our community members, because that will also create a tax revenue and base for our city that we can keep next generation Oceansiders being able to afford to live here and be homeowners.
Okay. Now, you know, there are some people who have lived in Oceanside and like the slow pace of Oceanside. So how are you going to address that they need to move forward?
Well, the only thing consistent in life is change. I miss a lot of the old Oceanside too, but I'm embracing part of the new things because that's what change is about. And so we need a council that's more concerned with the community as we continue to grow, and that's why I'm running. But I think that change is inevitable, and we just have to be smarter about our growth.
Oh, very good. Well, Miss Amber, I must say, I'm looking forward to watching you grow and do this campaign. It is going to be a wonderful honor to watch you grow and be the leader that you want to be for Oceanside, because I'm excited to see young people like you come in to the city and have that mentality of changing the city to make it better. But you do have that old side of don't mess with something that's working fine. You don't want to see a lot of people. That's too much traffic. So you just be mindful. You have those people in the community who does not want the progression. So I just
unfortunately, there's state mandates about like having to provide housing and things, and we could lose our zoning rights if we don't have people in there being considerate about our growth, and it will be even worse than what people don't want to see if we don't have proper leadership and planning.
And that's why I'm bringing this up, because people don't understand that we need to have the growth. Yeah. We need to move things and change things.
Well, Oceanside isn't affordable for our next generation folks out here. We actually lost 1% of our population last year, and I believe that's because the lack of housing availability for our next gens that they're leaving, and that's unfortunate because it is our next generation that's going to continue to make Oceanside. And so we need to make sure that we have things in place. Part of that growth is ensuring that our next generation is here to be able to stay with their parents and grandparents and don't have to move to Arizona or Texas or somewhere that's more affordable.
Very good, very good. So this is a transitional city because the military doesn't stay.
Yeah.
And so,
well, when I was growing up here, the military retired here. But again, because of affordability, now they're going back to their home states.
Right.
So I would like to see the military retiring here more. That brought some of the rich middle class diversity that our city offered when I was growing up.
So how would you invite the younger military to stay? You would try to find affordable housing off base for them in the immediate area?
Yeah, I would like to have developments, like I said, that are purchasing options in the low and middle income range. We have a lot of luxury housing and, high-end housing available, but our rental market is full. We have only a 2% vacancy rate, so it's hard for young people or working families and teachers and seniors to find affordable places where they can thrive and not just survive. And I would like to provide places for our retiring military, for our new teachers, for our up-and-coming Oceansiders, for our seniors, to be able to live comfortably in our city and enjoy all it has to offer.
So your next stop on your campaign is what?
Well, there's lots of things on the agenda. On March 23rd, we will be at Hill Street Country Club doing an event in which we are featuring local young women from our community and highlighting our future sheroes. And on March 26th, my course at Maricosta is hosting an inspiration panel similar to the one on the weekend, but for adult women, and portraits of local women leading the way is what we're calling it, and having local authors and artists and activists. And every second Tuesday of the month, I have a Talk About It Tuesday, conversations with a candidate, where you can come hang out with me and have candid conversations, talk about the things that you want to see as Oceanside progresses, the things that you love about the city, the things that keep you up at night, and the things that would make you know that you have a voice on the council. And so we do that, coffee with a candidate in the morning. It's at 9 a.m. every second Tuesday of the month at Brown Cup Cafe on North Coast Highway. And then we do dinner in District 4 at one of our favorite pizza establishments in District 4, Upper Crust Pizza, in the intersection of Oceanside Boulevard and College. And so we do dinner for the families and working people. So if you're retired, a single mom, flexible schedule, you can come meet us in the morning. If you got kids in sports, working families, or just a 9 to 5, you can come meet us for pizza in the evening, and we could talk about Oceanside and what it's going to take and what you would like me to do once I'm on council for you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it. She's on the move. This is Miss Amber Kae Niuatoa. And so look for her soon in your area. And I want to thank her for coming and being a special guest on a special episode of Ask Mama G. But before we go, I need to talk about my soapbox. I had a soapbox I need to share with you guys. This TikTok stuff, you know I'm old school, but the First Amendment guarantees me the right to discuss my opinion about certain things that are happening to our children and generation. The other day, I saw two beautiful young children on TikTok singing gangster songs, cussing in the gangster songs, and the parents thought it was cute to do. If that's the way you want to make money, shame on you. To get followers to follow your children lip singing to cuss words and gangster rap? No, that's not a good way to raise your children. They're too young to know about gangster rap, pimps, and a-hole and whatever in the gang music. No, stop that, parents. Find another way to make money for your children. Don't put them on TikTok like that. That's horrible. Stop it now. This is from Ask Mama G, soapbox for today. So I want to thank Miss Amber again for coming to my studio. I hope you had a wonderful time.
Thank you so much, Mama G. I so appreciate you allowing me to be here today and to talk to our community and let them know why I'm going to be the best representative for Oceanside City Council District Seat number 4.
So in November is the election. So remember her name and her beautiful face. She's a parent of two beautiful children. She's homegrown girl in Oceanside, so she is here to support your city. I'm Ask Mama G from World Tune Radio TV. Remember, God loves you and so do I. And also, check out the new play that's directed just for us, Chicken and Biscuits at the Brooks Theater downtown. It's here till March 24th. It's Chicken and Biscuits. It's about the church and the family. You have to go see it. It's not often we get a play about us and family. So go see it and tell them Mama G sent you, okay? I'll talk to you next episode. Remember, God loves you and so do I. Bye-bye.
Media everywhere.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. America, America, God with brotherhood from sea to shine.